So as we approach 2025, it got me thinking about where the art world is heading into. So in this video, I thought I would share 6 developments that are happening in the art world going into 2025 and beyond. So if you love art, and maybe you're an artist yourself watching this, hopefully this video can be insightful for you and open up some new perspectives. So breaking this video down to 6 developments, I've done a bit of research and I found out they consist of these. This is what I found out so far, but there might be more. So number 1 on my list is increased integration of technology. So we got things like NFT art, and this has opened up new avenue streams for artists and creators. And maybe we could see the integration of AR and virtual reality enter the NFT space. And I myself, I've also dived into NFT art within my own work and been experimenting with taking my ceramic sculpture and shifting this into the digital realm. And there is also AI art, which I know a lot of you guys artists out there, you might say, oh, this is terrible, you know, we can't have AI art, it's stealing people's art and all those kind of things. But on the other hand, I've actually experimented with this and I've come to realize it can actually be a pretty useful tool to help generate new ideas that can then feed into your original handmade artwork creations. So again, I think this will continue to persist going into the future as things develop. There's also the blockchain that can be used to authenticate artwork transactions and its place of origin and authenticity. Yeah, I think this might shape up into the future as we go into 2025 and beyond. And it could be a pretty useful tool in helping to identify the originality and the provenance of an artwork, because there is that level of transparency. That could be a useful tool. I don't know if it will take place, if it will manifest, but just like NFTs, it might work its way into original handmade artworks. And then there's immersive art experiences. I'm reminded of going to an exhibition, the Van Gogh exhibition, and you walked into this building and there was projections of light and images in the entirety of this space, and it was like walking through an immersive experience. And so I think this will continue going ahead into the future, and you might see that kind of blurring of the lines between technology and art. And not to mention, in that exhibition, they also intertwined virtual reality goggles that participants could wear and step back in time to see the world that Van Gogh might have experienced during his time.
We interrupt this video to plug an ad.
So I don't know if you know, guys, but I'm on Patreon, which is a membership platform that you can sign up to. And on there, what I do is I release these videos the day before they go public. And so on Patreon, on my Patreon page, you get to see these videos first before they go public, which is usually on the Monday. And also you get to see exclusive behind the scenes content of what's happening in the studio and kind of like day-to-day kind of art kind of activities that I'm getting up to. So if that's something that interests you, you're welcome to see the link in the description below and go and check it out. My Patreon membership is about £2 a month, roughly. I think it is about there. So it's, you know, less than buying 1 cup of coffee from a cafe per month. So it's really reasonable. So yeah, feel free to check it out if there's something that you want to see to have that exclusive content. Number 2 on my list is accessibility and democratization. Currently, there is a rise of virtual art galleries and metaverse galleries where people become essentially their own avatar, like in a computer game, and navigate through computer-generated worlds where you can display your artwork in that space for anyone around the world to see. And I've also created my own virtual gallery called Curiosity Virtual Art Gallery. It's actually quite interesting because you can make your own virtual gallery space where anyone in the world can participate from their own smartphone device or computer. And so it makes art really accessible. It's not confined to just going into a physical space to see artwork. There was also crowdsourcing for art projects, and this is something that I've heard about, but I haven't really had the time to dive in. But I see this could be useful because traditionally artists would have to go to an organization to apply for funding, whether that's for a project or for a residency. But now with crowdsourcing, you could essentially create your own funding platform where you could reach out to people who are interested in your art to donate to your project. And once you hit that funding that you need for your project, you could then use that to carry out that project and then give something in return to the people who helped fund you. So number 3 on my list is sustainability. Sustainability, obviously the world is going through changes. Everyone's been encouraged to be more conscious of preserving the planet. And so that's giving way to things like eco-friendly art. Artists are now exploring materials like using found object or recycled materials to make original handmade artworks or installations. And I've also done this within some of my own work as well. I've created, like this painting behind me was created using a found recycled canvas board that I used to create this artwork, and found paints that were disused that I then reused to create this piece. So number 4 on my list is cultural and social relevance. So we have things like activism through art. And I've also done this myself by creating artworks that reflect on kind of things that are happening in the world around me. And so I've made artworks to like comment on the status quo and highlighting unspoken truths. And then we have diverse voices. So art can really kind of give a voice to different individuals and different groups of people and put that voice on a stage for people to see. And then there's number 5 on my list, and that is art practice. So now we have artists blending traditional styles with contemporary styles. And I have done this as well with my own work, as I often use the potter's wheel, which is a traditional tool that has its roots in pottery, and I shift this to create ceramic sculpture that becomes contemporary. Likewise, I've also done this with my ceramic sculpture, shifting this into NFT digital artworks. And then number 6 on my list is economics. So artists continue to carve out their own career and make an income for themselves in different ways. And this can be through selling their work on their own website, through third-party platforms, doing commissions, hosting in-person events, and all that jazz. But what about on a kind of worldview stage? What's happening there in the economic world of art? Well, I recently came across some news about Bohans, the auction company, having to scale back and unfortunately lay off people because of loss of earnings. So unfortunately, we do live in this time where we have these economic challenges that are happening. But I believe as artists, we always find a way to navigate ourselves through these situations. And we always seem to find a way to get our work out there and make a living for ourselves. And I don't think the money's disappeared, it's just shifted from one place to another. And I also think that going ahead into 2025 and beyond, I think the countries with the most kind of economic power, or whatever you want to call it, will have more opportunity to endorse the arts, as it's a way of enhancing the culture and the tourism in those countries. Hey guys, my name is Martin Harman and I'm an artist based in the UK. And in this channel you'll find videos ranging from art educational related topics, my views about the art world, the making of my artworks, art movies and much more. If you like this video and would like to watch more videos like this, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification to be notified about future videos that I post. So as an artist myself, this video has really helped me kind of think about the art world in 2025 and going beyond. But also if you're an art lover or you're an artist watching this, I hope this can be eye-opening and give you a new perspective on things. So art can reflect the good things in the world. It can also reflect the bad things. It can be an escapism. It can be utopian. And it can shape our world views. And it can shape the world we live in. So as the world changes, so does art. And as art changes, so does the world. And as advancement in our human constructed reality changes, whether through technology, new ideas, practices, and economics, so do the arts. So art can shape the world, and the world can shape the art. But I'm curious, guys. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of on this kind of some kind of I don't know what you call that word. I feel like I'm some kind of preacher or something, trying to shake things up. but it's just quite interesting, quite fascinating to think about these things. But I'm curious, guys, where do you think the art world is heading in 2025 and beyond? It would be interesting to know in the comments below.